Leanne. Leanne. Smile. Unmute you. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I was like, hey, Leanne's coming in. Oh, no, wait.
I logged out.
Huh?
I was trying to figure out. I thought I logged out. I was trying to figure out the link that like the hyperlink that it's not like when consultants are clicking it, it's like saying it's not available. So I was trying to figure that out.
Oh, no. Is that bad? That's not good.
That's that training. I'm like, ugh.
This one, that one. Okay, not tonight. Okay. I need to actually, oh, shoot. You cannot minimize because you're recording. Well, shoot. I want to minimize. That's annoying. Well, that's all right. So I have my new light. I had to kind of figure out this light thing. I was like, Summer, is it supposed to be plugged in? And she said yes. I'm like, okay. And now I look, I do. I look like Casper.
I only have this one on. If I turn this one off, that looks dark, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I look orange. I go Oompa Loompa. So if I turn it on, it's a little better. But this is just my random, like the one I do with my makeup.
So I can move this one over. You can make it bright. Oh, no, I want to make it brighter. Now I look really white.
You actually look a little tan there. You don't look as white. Does it have a dial where you can change the consistency of it?
Yeah, I turned it up. You know what? Normally, I also turn the brightness of my computer down, and that works. But I can't minimize the computer. I can't minimize this right now to do that. So, but I can turn it down. Is that better? Hey, Suzanne.
Yeah. She's muted.
That's all right.
Can't hear anything she said. Suzanne, we couldn't hear you. You're muted, so we can't hear what you're saying. Glad you're on.
Because I was going to print out the agenda, but that didn't happen.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Can
you hear me? You are. Hey.
Okay, I'm going upstairs. Is which one I sign up for? I'm just curious. Is it the money one or no?
Mm-hmm. It's the money management one. Mm-hmm.
That's the one I want.
Hey, Lakeisha.
What Zoom am I on?
Hey. Hi, Amy. It's so nice to see you.
It's so great to see you.
Oh, my goodness. This is wonderful. All right. I'm taking this into a different room. I'm going to mute myself again.
You're fine.
Okay.
Chrissy, I'm going to text you.
Okay.
Although I can't text without nails. Just saying.
Oh, you took them all off.
Well, I filed them down. So they're kind of still on there, but anyway, I did them. They look really good from way back there.
I know, right?
Don't get too close. Hey, Tia.
Hey, Lorena. Oh, she can't hear quite yet. Hey, Rini. Glad you guys are on. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes. Make sure you text your sister friends. Make sure they get on in your recruiter, accountability partner. Hey, ladies. Good evening. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Brandy.
Hi. Hey, Kelly. Hey, guys. Hey, Brandy.
Exciting.
Taking me forever to text. There we go.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yay! All right. Oh, Rachel's on.
Hey,
Yay!
Ebony.
Hey, Rachel.
Hi.
I need to pull up the. There we go.
Hey, y'all. How are you? Hey, Tia.
Hi.
So glad you were able to jump on. We're going to have so much fun tonight.
I know, I'm excited.
I know.
Another quick box.
And I like this so much more than
Facebook Live. I know,
Facebook Lives,
because
because we can see everybody. Ebony, Alicia.
Hey, Alicia. You keeping that baby in there, or are we going to have a surprise tonight?
Y'all gonna have a surprise.
Really?
you know,
I'm hurting. Y'all don't want to see my hair right now. I don't want to show my face.
Oh, I'm sure you look beautiful. We want to see all your faces.
Hey, Toya.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Okay, let me see.
We love you. We want to see your
Good
faces.
joined.
That's why we're doing this as opposed to Facebook Live, because with Facebook Live we can't see faces, but here we can.
Hey, Megan.
You know what, though? The
Hey,
fact that you're
Megan.
even on a Zoom at like 42 weeks pregnant is pretty impressive.
Girl, let me tell you. Guess what? I got some incredible news for you. So you remember my cousin Johnella from Nashville, right?
Yeah.
She just told me, she just messaged me, and she wants to become my team member.
Yay! That's exciting.
Oh, I almost had a heart attack, girl. I almost had a heart attack. I literally like started crying, and I was like, if you do this, you know, I will love you forever, like ever, ever, ever. Oh, sorry. Gotta get the ice water. I'm like over here like, oh my God, we got a team meeting on money management, and I just might have my first team member.
That's exciting.
That's so exciting. I'll send you a message with what to do with that.
Oh, we gonna do this, cause
Yes, it's going to be great.
Hey, Christina. Hey, Trisha.
oh, sorry everybody.
Oh, you are good. We are excited for you. It's nothing
Yeah.
like your team. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Woo. I need Jesus. Need to go ahead and praise him. Okay. Notes. Where is my notebook?
Yeah, y'all are gonna want paper and pen on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Christina, you made it. Hey, Sabrina, Melanie, Cassie, Trisha. I love how many pages of us there are. So exciting.
Well, wait, one more minute and then we'll get started. So make sure you text your recruiter, team member, friend, accountability partner, anybody on your team, because tonight is going to be amazing.
So I got a question. This is recording, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. And when my Boondocks internet gets around to actually uploading it onto YouTube 3 days later, I'll get you the link.
The exciting thing about that is that you know that when she's uploading it, nothing at her house is working because we have the slowest internet. So
Right.
we're like 10 years behind back here.
Or if we're working on other things, it takes forever to upload. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'll upload it 5 hours later, 20%. I'm like, okay, really?
Oh,
Girl,
goodness.
that sounds like Frontier all over again.
Well, we're on DSL out here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we don't have any other options, unfortunately.
Girl, I understand.
Still better than dial-up.
That would be true.
Not much, a little bit.
And we love where
Only
we
bad thing
live.
is you don't get to hear the cool noise.
Right? At least that's satisfying, right, Rachel? Like you feel like it's doing something.
At least you know you're making progress when you hear that sound.
Right.
Hey, ladies. Good evening.
Hey.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. And as our other consultants jump on, they can just jump in. Again, make sure, guys, you have pencil and paper. Looks like I'm not naked, I promise. It looks like it though. But
You're not naked.
pencil and paper, because you want to make sure that you take a lot of notes. All right, but we are going to start in prayer. So if everybody would just bow their heads to me, that would be awesome. Father God, we just want to thank you so much for this day. We want to thank you for waking us up this morning and breathing fresh air, Father God. Lord, I ask that you bless these beautiful consultants. Pray over these beautiful consultants and their families, Father God, and everybody around the world, as this time is some truly trying times, Father. Just protect us. Put your wings around us and hold us tight and keep us safe. Father, I ask that you specifically be with each and every one of these amazing, beautiful consultants in our units, Father God, as we are racing to finish this month of April strong in our business. God, give us the correct courage, give us the ability to be brave and the ability to say the right things, because we know that there's so much to do out there. And our number one focus in this business is to enrich women's lives, Father God. I ask that you bless over this training, that the consultants get exactly what they need to help them to move in a forward progression and to be successful in their business, Father God. And we thank you and we praise you and we love you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, well, we are going to start it out with some recognition. So, well, I would love to have everybody be able to come to the front of the room and hug your neck and give you a round of applause. We can't, unfortunately, do that. So we're going to do our best. And so when I'm going to say a category, and so kind of think about your numbers, and when you've done something, just say your name, and then we're going to crown the queen virtually and make a little pic collage for you, which will be fun. So we're going to start it out with sales. So we're going to go, it doesn't, you want to go either consistent. So if you went from Tuesday last week to Tuesday this week, or if you guys go from Monday to Monday, or whatever, just consistent about how you're tracking your week, which is great. So if you sold anything in the last week, and unmute for this part so you can say your name. So if you sold anything last week, say your name.
Kelly,
Lakeisha.
Tina.
Woo, that's so exciting. Congratulations. Yay.
Brenda,
Yay. Okay,
you sold. Brenda, don't forget to pop in. She sold too.
Awesome. If you sold $100 or more, say your name.
Kelly,
Trisha.
Melanie.
So exciting. Okay, 200 or more.
Kelly,
Anthony. Trisha.
Awesome. And 300 or more.
Kelly,
Trisha.
Okay, I got Kelly, Trisha, and who else?
Anthony.
Anthony's.
And Brenda's saying her name too.
and Lorena.
Kelly, Trisha, Anthony's, Brenda, and I'm missing some.
Lorena.
Lorena. Anybody else? Kelly, Trisha, Anthony's, Brenda, and Lorena, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, Kelly, how much you sell?
A little over $400.
Woo! That's exciting. Way to go. All right, Trisha.
I think like 1,300.
Whoa.
All right.
What?
Get it done. That's
Go, Trisha.
exciting. What did you do to sell $1,300, Trisha?
Well, I did the sale with the 13 satin hands, and I
the
did
bundle.
I did that, and I did the lotions, and
love
then I had some customer follow-ups.
Great. That is exciting. Way to go. Oh, and Kelly, what did you do to sell 400?
Sorry, I got my little one in the background. I sent out several virtual facials and had good success with them.
Awesome job, Kelly. That's exciting. Okay, Anthony's. How much did you sell?
I believe it's like right at 350.
350. Way to go. And what'd you do?
Virtual parties, lotions, and just follow-ups.
That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, Brenda.
It was 547.
Did you say 547?
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, girl. That's awesome.
And it was
what did you do?
I invited him to the Wednesday meeting. And
The Facebook party. Great. Awesome. That is exciting. All right, and Lorena?
Around 450.
Great. Awesome job. And what did you do to sell that?
So I did the healthcare lotions, and we did a relaunch party for my business.
That is so exciting. Way to go, y'all. Like, let's give them a hand. Yay. Yay, yay, yay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed the question. Rachel, I'm so sorry. I was making an appointment for my dad. I'm taking care of my dad, and I had to make him a radiology appointment. So I missed your question. So I apologize. What was the question that we're recognizing?
It was sales. Everyone who sold more than $300 last week.
Oh, nope, not last week. This week. Had an exciting week this week. We're still getting them.
Yeah,
we're actually adopting
week,
New York
Suzanne.
City transit workers, the unsung heroes, and we're up to 24, and the goal was 15. So I'm super excited about that.
Awesome. So what were your sales?
It was over three. It was, I think, just shy of 400, and we're also doing nursing blessing bags with the satin handsets, and we blessed 24 healthcare workers. So we've been having it's been a really great week up here. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited.
Yay!
And I've been doing my Facebook Lives, my last 2 weeks of Facebook Live, so that's been fun.
That's awesome. Way to go. Very exciting. Well, that is amazing. So Trisha, you are our queen of sales at $1,300 in sales. That's awesome. Yay, yay. So do me a favor. I will message you in just a second with my number. And I want you to text me the picture that you want me to use for your pic collage. But that is super great. So congratulations, our lovely queen. And then you can, we can virtually take your picture. Okay, so if you have any appointments on your books, and so we're going to count this as count your hostesses. So like if Susie's coming she's got a virtual facial booked with you, or she's coming to a Facebook party, that's one. And if Jackie's coming to a Facebook party and she's bringing 3 people, or she's doing a virtual facial and bringing 3 people, that's one as well. So count your hostesses. So if you have any bookings on your books at all, say your name.
Anthony.
Christina.
Kelly.
Melanie.
That is exciting. Congratulations. All right. If you have, let's go with 3 or more. Say your name.
Yes, you. My phone was stuck.
Micah.
Awesome. Awesome. 5 or more.
Anthony.
Micah.
Christina. Jasmine.
Fabulous. Okay. 7 or more.
Anthony.
Christina.
All right. Antonice and Christina. How many do you have?
I have 11.
I actually have 13, and 2 of them are bringing 2 guests each. So.
Yay! Woo, woo, woo! Congratulations, y'all. That's so awesome. So awesome. Well, congratulations, Christina. You're our queen. And so text me your picture you want to use for your crown moment. Yeah. And Antonice, tell us what you did to get 11 bookings.
I've been doing the virtual parties and having them send me their referrals, and then also going back to old referrals, and I have my bridal leads. I've went back and sent them messages again, and they're really booking now since we can't go nowhere.
That's awesome. Awesome. That's great. And Christina, what about you? What did you do to get 13?
It's kind of funny. I actually went through my entire Facebook and sent a private message, a personal message to every single person that lived in a state other than North Carolina. And so out of my facials for next week, I think I'm covering 6 different states.
Nice. That's super exciting. Way to go. Very intentional. I love it. Very great. Awesome. Awesome. Well, congratulations to our queen of bookings. And y'all, it's, that's so great. And I love what y'all said, like reaching out to people you wouldn't have reached out to and reaching out to people who you had reached out to before and you just didn't have success because now it's different. So that's awesome. So way to go. Okay. So if you had any interviews last week, so if you did which means somebody heard the marketing and followed up with your director. So if you had any of those, say your name.
Anthony's.
Christina.
Jasmine.
Awesome. And Joanne is waving, so I'm assuming that's me saying her name. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. 2 or more, say your name again.
Anthony's.
Christina.
So Anthony's and Christina. Anybody else? Okay, so Anthony's, how many did you have?
I had 5.
5. Amazing. And Christina, what about you?
I had 3. 3 of my own.
Yay, that is amazing. So exciting, so exciting. Well, so super proud of y'all. That's awesome. And Christina, what did you do to get the 3?
I just followed up with some of the ones that had been interested before. And one of them is actually signing up to be a consultant tomorrow. And then I had one of the ladies came to the Saturday night Facebook. And so I followed up with her and she is joining as well.
Yay, that's awesome. So lots of follow-up and asking. That's great.
Yeah.
What about you, Antonice, our queen of sharing? Way to go.
Thank you. I did from the relaunch that we had on Saturday. And then I just followed up with my aunt again to see if she wanted to rejoin. And she was really thinking about it. And she actually signed up last night and put her active order in. And then Crystal Carper, she had a challenge for us to be completed by tomorrow. And I did 3 with her. So that's what I just did, is just a challenge to follow up with people.
That's amazing. So I love that you just ran with what your director suggested. That is fantastic. Way to go. Well, congratulations, our queen.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And I just want to give a little shout out to Antonice because she was top of all of our courts and she's always in the top of all of the courts, which is amazing. And, you know, we say that means you're ready to be a sales director, my dear. So congratulations. Make sure our queen send me your picture for your pic collage. And if you had any parties, so we're going to count that as 3 or more people on a virtual session or 3 or more people on a Facebook Live. So if you had parties this week, say your name.
Christina.
Jasmine.
Awesome, awesome. All right, if you had, well, actually, if you had parties, just say your name and how many.
This is Jasmine. I had 2.
Way to go, Jasmine.
Antonice, I had 3.
Okay.
I had 1.
Who was
Mika
that?
and I had 4.
Way to go, Mika. You are rocking it out. Who had 1? I missed.
Christina.
Christina. Way to go, girl. Everybody, so I have Jasmine, Antonice, Mika, and Christina, right? I'm just joining. What was the question? Sorry. How many parties, Leslie?
Oh, none. I'm in town.
Okay. Yeah. Not until this week. You got it set up for this week. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mika, that means you're the queen of parties. Way to go, girl. That is so exciting. Yay. And you're like a breath away from being a red jacket, working so hard, getting ready to move and having a baby and just handling all of it like a champ. So super excited for you and proud of you. That's amazing. Awesome, awesome. So if you'll send me your picture that you want me to use for your pic collage, that would be incredible. All right, and now we are about 6 weeks into the star quarter, so we're about halfway. And so if you have sold and ordered at least 300 wholesale since March 16th, say your name.
Brandy.
Trisha.
Kelly.
Jasmine.
Lakeisha. Anthony's.
Tiffany.
Micah.
Awesome. All right, so 600 wholesale.
Kelly.
March 16th.
What are they asking?
Cassie.
What are they asking?
600 wholesale since March 16th. Alicia, you did.
Kelly.
Anthony.
I'm saying I don't remember everybody's numbers. I'm sorry. Deb, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 800 wholesale. Do y'all know?
Anthony's.
Trisha.
Cassie.
Hey.
Tiffany.
Way to go, y'all. All right. And 900 wholesale.
Anthony's.
Trisha.
That's exciting. So you're officially on target for your star. You're not, it's technically 900 wholesale at the end of the month. So when you're finishing out your month, have yourself a benchmark and maybe, get yourself as close to that 900 wholesale as you can to finish it strong. So that's really going to help you finish your star. Now, if you already earned your big jewelry this month, these beautiful earrings, say your name.
Trisha.
Anthony.
Toya.
Tiffany.
Awesome. All right, now make sure, don't let the month pass without getting them, y'all. Like, you can totally get them. I mean, gosh, Trisha, $1,300 selling some hand lotions and those bundles. That's amazing. So super exciting. Brenda sold $550 from a Facebook party, and guess what? There's one tomorrow night. And so we still totally have time to rock it out with selling the hand creams or the Facebook stuff and virtual sessions and lots of time, because the virtual turnaround is different than when we're live. Like, you can book somebody tomorrow or tonight even. So don't give up, for sure. So Amy is going to go over some quick announcements. Congratulations to all of our queens. We're so excited for you and so proud of you.
Awesome. Rachel, thank you. Isn't she amazing at recognition? I love that she can make you feel we can make us all feel so special over Zoom. So we love you. Thank you so much for doing that. And y'all are rocking it out. Congratulations. Still running your business, working your business, making some money, sharing this opportunity. It's amazing. So just a couple of announcements. So obviously you want to earn your You Can Do It B earrings. I don't have mine on tonight, but they are absolutely beautiful. They are like these hang down B earrings. So that's 600 wholesale for the month. And it can be so make sure you earn that. And then check your unit Facebook page, because all of your units are doing different prizes for this month. So make sure you're checking your unit Facebook page and you know what prizes that you're running after. So we have 3 days left in the month and you don't want to miss something. And I know we do a good amount of prizes, but they all usually work really well together. So make sure you're aware of what's out there and what you're running for. And if you've already earned something, set another goal to earn something else, which is very fun because we always love prizes, right? You get gorgeous gorgeous gold earrings when you gold medal from Summer Fortenberry. You want to be on target for the seminar challenge. So you get this gorgeous, I'm totally blanking on what, it's a bee bracelet? Necklace. Thank you. I was thinking something else. I was thinking the career conference one. You get this gorgeous bee necklace when you complete the seminar consistency challenge. So that means doing 600 wholesale, March, April, May, and June, and adding one new qualified team member in that time period. And it can be initially qualified or Great Start qualified. But if you signed up in April and you do your B in April, May, and June and add one qualified, you still qualify and you're still on target, which is so exciting. So make sure you're tracking that. The cash drawings, we are in the middle of another cash drawing for where women can earn up to $500 cash. So make sure you're aware of how you can get personally, you can get entries into the drawing, and then having all of your interviews get entered as well. I can't talk tonight, sorry. I've been talking too long today. You can also earn these gorgeous earrings from Summer Fortenberry. She has 2 options right now. And when you do 1,000 wholesale for the month, throughout the month, and it can be cumulative, and we love summer prizes, right? And y'all, seriously, who wants to learn from like an iconic legend in Mary Kay? You want to be in her space, so to speak, and learn from her. Pat Fortenberry. She is Summer Fortenberry's mother-in-law. She's the 3rd most successful woman in Mary Kay ever. And she's one of our mentors, and we have access to her, and she's amazing. She's also just an incredible person, a mom, a wife. She's down to earth. She's amazing. And so you want to learn from her and be in her space. So how do you earn time with her on a Zoom on Friday? You do 400 wholesale, and it can be in one order or cumulative from April 17th through midnight Thursday night, the end of the month, and just add a new team member. It doesn't matter if that team member orders or not, just add a new team member. And so that's how you're going to be in her space and be able to be on Zoom with her on Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock. So make sure you are tracking that. Do you know how far away you are from earning that? And if you don't, we need to make sure you know that so you can earn that. And I know Chrissy's going to talk a little bit more about that as well. And then next week's training is we're going to train on a couple things, but one of which we are going to train on the new products. We have a couple of new products coming out in May, and you might just have you want to know about these products. They are incredible. So next Tuesday night at 6:30, we're going to train on those new products. So make sure you're back here with us. All right, and so I'm going to pass it back on over, Gracie. That's it. That came in our unit support package. It's always fun. You get this little card.
All this stuff is over there.
With the new products. So we already have them, which is so fun. Okay. So I'm going to turn it back on over to Rachel, and she is going to do some amazing and fabulous money management training with you.
Okay. Hey, so excited to talk about this. And I just have to crown a team real quick. We just crossed over the $350,000 unit club. Yay! Y'all are awesome. So excited about that. So we are pushing on to finish 500,000, but love those benchmarks and love to getting stuff done early. That's so fun. So, okay. So I am going to try to share an image, and see how I can do this. So, oh wait, I think I hit the wrong button already. All right, so while I'm trying to figure out how to share this image, basically I want to talk to you about how to run your budget so that you can pay yourself, pay back your investment, and you also want to be able to, of course, set aside money for events, and like be able to do your run your business. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about. I'll find this thing. I can't, here we go. Okay. All right, can y'all see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a money we're going to go into a little bit more detail than this, but if you still have haven't paid yourself back completely for your inventory, I want you to write in the amount that you need to pay yourself back, whatever it is. But you just need to know the number, and don't let the number freak you out. Like, you're investing in your business, and this is a great place to invest your money because there's nowhere else you can invest your money and it's going to double. So I want you to kind of draw this out on a piece of paper. So kind of draw this so that you can see my face while I'm training. But basically, when you're selling product, we're going to divide up the sales. And so that the first thing you're going to do is replace that product. Because if, it's so funny when I do this training, I always say, because if you go to Walmart and they don't have toilet paper because they didn't replace it, you're going to go to a different store, but it's never been true until today. Anyways, so you're going to write when you're doing your sales, and what I recommend is doing your, like whenever you place your order, kind of dividing up your money, however often you place your order. So if you place your order once a week or once a month or once every 2 weeks or whatever, and how often you place your order is probably going to depend on how much product you have on Okay, so for example, we're just gonna put $1,200 for retail sales, just for example purposes. Okay. And so you're gonna take half of that money and replace the product that you have on hand. So you're gonna take $60 or $600 and buy the product that you just sold. And why are you gonna do that? Because you just invested in inventory. Okay, do y'all have this written down? Yes?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay, all right. So you just invested in your business, and what you don't wanna do is you don't wanna have it where you are like, okay, I'm repaying my investment and I don't have any product. Because if you don't replace it, then you won't have any product, and then you don't have, that's the thing that's giving you the income. So you want to make sure you replace it. So you sold 1,200, you're going to take 600 and replace it. And then you've got a little bit of an extra budget there for shipping and supplies. Okay, so what is that little budget? That does not mean you take 10%. So 10% of that is $120. Okay. So that does not mean that you are going to take $120 and buy samples and section 2 stuff. That's not what that means. That means you're going to spend 10 of it on shipping. So that means you have $110 left. And you're going to take, I would recommend taking $15 out of that and putting it in an envelope for a preferred customer program so that you have money for that. So that when the quarter comes and it's time to mail catalogs, you're not like, oh my gosh, I don't have any money. So take $15 out a month towards it. That would give you $45 for a preferred customer program. And you don't have to take exactly 15. That's just an idea. Okay, do y'all have this written down? And if you can mute out, that would be super great. Amy, can you mute everybody? Thank you, because I know some people are hearing feedback. So Amy's working on muting. Awesome, yay, thanks Amy, you're the bomb. Okay, so you want to take some money out for preferred customer program. And I just put 15 as a number, it doesn't have to be exactly, but I just put it as a number. That's going to give you $45 once a quarter. Obviously, if your customer base is smaller or larger, that's going to change. But if it's larger, you're going to have more sales. So that's, you know, going to pay for it. So we just said 15. And then you're going to take $2.50 out to pay for your website. And you're going to take $3.50 out to pay for ProPay. And so why is that? So because the personal website and ProPay, you pay for those once a year, okay? But it's like $30 or $40 once a year. Well, so that month that they come up, you know how like you don't want everything to renew at one time, and that way if you set aside, we can save $250 a month, right? If you set that, put that in an envelope. Where's my envelope? Well, Josh was printing mazes on my desk and my envelopes disappeared. Anyway, you're gonna get a little envelope. Just any, you can get them at the dollar store, and you're gonna write on it, personal website, $250 a month.
You can get a bunch at the bank too. The bank will give you envelopes. Yeah,
there you go. So you're gonna do that. So with preferred customer program, personal website, and ProPay. So you're gonna do that. Okay. And then the rest of that money, so we were at 110. We took 10 out for shipping. We took 15 out for a preferred customer program. We took 250 out for the website and 350 out for ProPay. So we have $89 left in that budget. Okay, that's still quite a bit, right? So the rest of that $89, what that's going to cover is like your facial cloths and your little sponge tip applicators and your catalogs. And then you're also going to cover your hostess plan. Okay, so like whatever you gave in free product. Now your hostess plan, no, don't hear what I'm not saying. That does not mean be super cheap on your hostess plan. You want to make your hostess plan look really enticing for her, so she's like, ooh, I want to have friends over. Okay, you know, like we're going to pretend that the world is real right now. So like you could drive, I remember driving by this sign outside a nail salon that was like 10% off today. I'm like, you know, that doesn't really do it for me. That doesn't sound great. But if you could, like a great hostess plan that that I'm doing right now for my people, on virtual stuff is for every purchasing guest, I'm giving them $10 in free product. You could cap it at 60, you could cap it at 100, or you could do for 3 purchasing guests, you get $25 in free product, or for 5, you get 50. And there's, you know, a bunch of different examples. I can add some to an album in the Girls Sign Out group, but that's totally not what we're training on tonight. But what I'm not saying is you get 10% of, don't be cheap about it. So it's going to pay for it, but that's going to increase your sales too. Because when we're talking about a budget, most of the time you think about a budget, you think about, you know, your job that has like you make X amount of money. Well, with Mary Kay, you can make whatever kind of money you want. So if you need more money, you can sell more product, and you can always increase it if you feel like you need more money. And that doesn't mean go waste your money, but you know what I'm saying. So it's going to cover your hostess plan. And then any section 2 stuff, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on section 2. Okay, I think, all right, so that's your 60%, okay? Now we've got your 40%, which is $480 in this circumstance. Okay, the other expense that we did not cover, which you could take out of your 10%, is meeting fees. So you could take that out of your 10% for sure. It's $15 a month. I would encourage you to think of that as optionally mandatory, because it's those are gonna help grow your business. And so you don't wanna skimp on something that's gonna grow your business, because that's gonna help you make more money. When I was a new consultant, and I know y'all are here, which is awesome, but I was honestly really feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can afford to go to the meeting. Well, I'll tell you what, I couldn't afford not to go, because every time I went, I ended up selling more product the next week. And so, you know, never be afraid to put what we talk about into practice and try it, and that's going to help you grow. So your meeting fees. And then you want to set aside, you want to make sure you're making a payment on your initial investment. And the amount that you want to pay on that is totally up to you. So if we take the meeting fees out of that other 10%, that brings it down to, you still have $74 left in there. You feel like that's sufficient, that you could spend $74 on facial cloths and sponge tips and catalogs? I think we still have space, right? So you still got space there. So that means of the 480, we haven't taken anything out of it. You do want to repay your investment from that portion. And you know, the other thing you want to do is you want to save for events, okay? And so when you're saving for event, well, let's talk about your investment first. You want this to be like something that is, you're going to make progress on it and you're going to pay it back. Like, you know, don't say, well, I owe $2,000, I'm going to pay $10 a month. Okay, well, you got to make like progress. So I would say make it, you know, have a goal of at least $50 a month. And I don't know how much your, you know, thing is, but make it reasonable. But if you make more than your sales goal, add more to that budget, you know, like get an envelope and put on it, write on it, repay investment. And then you can add some, like keep adding to it until you get like a good chunk, and then pay on it. Now, of course, you want to pay on it monthly, but don't be afraid to add extra to that, so that you want the payment to be small enough that you can do it, but so that you want to feel like you're winning and you're ahead. So make it small enough that you can do it, and then don't be afraid to put extra in there so that you can feel like you're getting it paid off quicker. And then the other thing is to have an envelope for events. Now, I would recommend doing, you know, like $50 a month towards events. If you're selling, I mean, gosh, if you could even take that out of that 10%, because we're at $74 left right now in there. So if you take another 50 out, you still have $24 left, which $24 is plenty to spend on sponge tips and stuff. Like that's, I mean, you could probably buy the trays, sponge tips, mascara wands, and facial cloths and catalogs, and still be under $24. And that's enough for like the whole month. So you could still take $50 out of that, which is great. So make sure you're set. I would definitely set that aside. And if you can, you know, and if you want to set aside more for events, I think that's fantastic. I set aside money for events every month, and I love it because then when the event comes, I already have money set aside for it. So I'm not stressed about it. So as soon as registration opens, I'm there and I'm super pumped. But set aside some so that you can, you know, and we have the same events every year. And if you're new, we have the same events every year. So the next one coming up is seminar. And then after that, we have fall retreat, which is going to be at the beach, which is so amazing. And it's just our faith area, and it's so awesome. So that's great. And then we have a January jumpstart in January. And then in March, typically, we have a career conference. And next year, career conference is going to be even better since we didn't get to do it this year. We're going to have so much fun. And so they're the same ones every year, but they're super fun and you really want to go and, but set that aside. And then if for some reason, I don't know, you're like giving birth the week of the event or something, you have extra money set aside for the next event and it's all good. And you know, it never hurts. Like when you have money set aside in these little envelopes, I'll show you some of my little envelopes. When you have money set aside in these little envelopes, it never hurts because then you've got cash. Cash never hurt anybody, right? But I love putting it in the envelopes though, because then you're not gonna, you know, when you spend it, and you're not gonna be confused about where your money is. You can see the progress. The other thing I would suggest is on the back of the envelope. So, like, so like on this envelope, I have written down, you want to write down the date and how much money you put in it. And then if you take money out for some reason, and then you can also put your receipts in that same envelope. So say you have an envelope for other supplies, which shouldn't be a lot, and keep like packaging and stuff. So you have a receipt, you can put your receipts in there so that when you're trying to get your receipts together, you've already got it together and it's already all sorted. Now, the only other thing I would say is when we're doing all of this, keep your budgets. I like to keep my, you know, you want to be reasonable with it, but don't feel like you're just, well, I have a budget for it, so therefore I should spend it. No, like think about it. Like, do you really need it? Is it like mailing supplies? Okay, you want the mailings like right now. You need mailing supplies. If you're mailing out virtual facials, you do. Do you need to spend a ton of money on it? No, it is going to go in the trash. So yes, you want it to look nice, but don't spend a ton on it because they are going to throw it away. You know, so make it cute, but don't be too extravagant. And then I guess the really, so the big takeaway, you can always sell more to increase your amounts. You're going to make sure you're taking your profit, making sure you're repaying your investment, and then make sure you're setting aside money for events. And as you can see, the vast majority of your expenses are going to come from that 10%. But that means we got to like limit the Section 2 stuff. That doesn't mean go spend $1 million on Section 2, because you can literally spend $1 million in Section 2 and it's fun. That's why we do the clamshells. So I think, Chrissy, have you ordered those yet? Okay, so if you want clamshells, Chrissy's ordering. She's amazing. So if you want them, you know, and there's places you can order them too. And that's why we're doing that, so that you can send out the virtual stuff and not feel like you're spending, you don't want to spend $200 on samples. If you, last little thing, if you are sending those things out, if you have a printer and a scale, you can use pirateship.com, which you can send stuff out for a lot cheaper. So that'll make your shipping budget go a lot farther. So that's all I had. Y'all have questions about that? You can unmute if you do. Well, great. Well, I'm so glad that was so super clear. And I moved my screen, Amy, so I actually don't know who's up next.
Oh, I am. It's all good. Yeah. Thank you. That was really, really good. Thank you so much. You know, y'all, creating a little bit of a budget for your business is so key. So thank you, Rachel, for doing all of that. So really, we want to give you guys a minute. Do you have any questions at all? If you do, if you have a question, somebody else probably has the same one or something. So this is your time if you want to unmute and ask a question.
I need to confirm, when you were talking about events, you were saying that money comes from the 10% that over when you replace products on hand for shipping and supplies, or does that come out of the other 40%?
Okay, I don't remember if I had muted. I said it could come out of either one. I mean, you have, in this example, you had enough in the 10% to do it. I would recommend making that a priority, but it doesn't matter, like, you decide how much you're going to set aside for it. But in this example, yes, you had enough out of the 10%. And it should be, you know, you should have enough because your sales, your spending should be in proportion to your sales, because it's in proportion to your activity. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're spending a ton and not getting the sales, then talk to your director, because there may be something amiss, something we need to adjust.
I have a question. Regarding the MK connection, like, getting your supplies via your catalogs and your labels and stuff like that. I think, wouldn't it be more than $24? Or in that $74?
Good question. So that's like one of your initial consultant, like your business cards and your labels and your stamp.
Yeah.
That is more than $24. That's not what I meant. That was a great question. So honestly, if you haven't bought that yet, if you have an expense like that you haven't paid for, like you're new and you haven't got your website yet, or you haven't paid for any of that yet, and you need to take a look, you don't have quite enough in your 10%, you can take a little bit of the 40% to pay it.
Okay.
That's fine. Like if you're new, because that's like a one-time thing. Like you're not, and you could save another $3 a month to pay for business cards the next time you need them. But setting aside a little bit at a time. But when you're new, and if you need to take a little bit out of your profit, the main thing is to make sure that you're paying yourself and you're repaying that investment. And then if you can set aside some money for events, and then give yourself a little bit of cushion. So like if you want to take a little bit of that 40%, maybe, I don't know, you want to take an extra 5% or something and set it aside for like the oops, I forgot about the expense fund or whatever. Something else like, oh, I forgot business cards, or oh my gosh, I'm out of envelopes, or whatever, some other supplies. That's fine. Just make sure you're paying yourself. When I was new, I didn't want to pay myself, but then you get frustrated. So make sure you're paying yourself, make sure you're paying your investment, and then set aside some money to grow your business, because that's going to make your bottom line grow, and that's the way we do that. So good question.
That, and you can be a star. When you're a star at the end of the quarter, one of your star options is vouchers towards business supplies. So I usually choose that so that I don't have to pay for my business cards and all that sort of thing too. That's another option.
Okay. So Rachel, should I sign up for MK Connections instead of going to Kinko's or FedEx or Staples?
Yeah, you want to make sure you get your business cards from MK Connections, because Mary Kay is trademarked, and so you want to get them there.
Okay.
And they look really, really nice.
Okay. Because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I would get them from there, and then they have the labels that are water resistant, so they really last in your products. Great, awesome, thank you, Amy. So those are really good too.
Okay. And just the FYI, Rachel, I need $205.05 for the Ruby status. So hopefully I can get that before Friday.
You totally can, girl. That's exciting. Well, and the Star Quarter isn't over Friday, like.
Oh.
But I mean, that's exciting, but just.
I'm trying to reach that goal.
That's good. Well, your goal was before the baby was born, right?
Right.
Well, that, and what was I going to say about Star? Oh, the other thing about Star. So y'all, like Star prizes, being a star, there's so many advantages to that. You can get prizes, but if there isn't a prize that really make sure you know what the Star prizes are, because you can actually save some of your money and some of your budget, and you can get your registration towards events paid for through your Star, and get vouchers towards business supplies towards your Star. So you sometimes using that, if there isn't a Star prize that you're like, totally cuckoo over, or if you have enough, handbags or jewelry or whatever, then you can actually use it for something like that as well. So that's great. So then at the end of the, quarter, you have this money in there for the event, and you can do something else with it, which is nice. So make sure you know what your Star prizes are, because that can really help you with your business in this aspect too. So. Awesome. Cool. Any other questions before I share something real quick?
Well, I was just going to share with Alicia. Alicia, the business cards from MK Connections, they're really nice. And the first time you order, you get your name tag too.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you got to have your name tag.
Yeah, well.
And I love the stickers that have
you put all your information on the back of the business, your lookbooks, and I mean, it's a business essentials kit.
Yeah,
it's only $39. And you get like 250 business cards. You get all those stickers to put stickers on all your products, your name tag, your stamp for the back of your lookbooks, all sorts of stuff. So it's such a great deal. Thank you, Joanne. That's awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Any other questions for Rachel?
I'm good.
All right, awesome. Good, good. Okay, so so y'all, budgeting is super important. You know, just making sure that you have what you need, and that you're paying yourself and you're paying back your investment and all that fun stuff. So I love that. Thank you, Rachel. So I just want to talk about a couple of things to finishing up your month end. So we have 3 days left in the month, right? So exciting. Y'all have been rocking it out and so excited for you. And you know, I'm just going to share, I am just in awe every day being on the Directors Voxer group and that Faith 50 group. If you are not on that Faith 50 group, it is amazing. Make sure you send Summer Fortenberry a Voxer and she will add you on there. And that is all consultants and sales directors in our Faith National area. And, you know, they're all sharing what they're excited about and what they have going on and all that. It's just a lot of excitement. But y'all, there's like, God is so blessing this business right now. And I'm just so grateful. And every single day that we get to do life with all of you and that he is really stepping up to bless. I mean, there are a lot of directors who are having their best year ever. Chrissy Newsom in the Powerhouse Unit and Rachel and their Rising Eagles are going to be earning that gorgeous pink Cadillac, the XT6, which is so exciting and doing amazing stuff. So it's just like, you know, now is the time. And so really digging in and doing a lot of great things with your business right now is fantastic because God is really blessing our efforts. I mean, he always is, but I just want to really encourage you to run for the next 3 days to finish up your goals for this month of April because we still have a lot of time left. And so there's a couple of ways that I just wanted to share just 3 quick ideas on how you can run towards that goal. So make sure you write down on your piece of paper right now, what was the goal at the beginning of the month that you set for yourself at the end of the month, okay? And if you've already achieved that, what's your new goal? And even if you haven't achieved it and you might not be really close, I still want you to write that down because God put that goal in your heart at the beginning of this month, knowing all of this stuff was happening. And so there's a reason that is. And he also has everything lined up for you to achieve it. We just have to go run after it. And so what is a couple of ways that you can achieve your goals? So first, y'all, your units and Summer Fortenberry are doing amazing events every single week. So get your guests plugged into an event tomorrow night or Thursday night. I know, Rachel, are you doing an event tomorrow night?
No, we're doing Summers.
Okay, you're doing Summers. Okay, so if you're in my unit, make sure you get plugged into our Cadillac Angels event tomorrow night. If you're in Chrissy or Rachel's unit, get yourself plugged into Summer's unit. We're doing basically the same thing, but get people plugged into that. Send out the text message script to everybody that you know. People are at home looking for something. And even if you've sent it to her 5 times and she said no 5 times, send it to her again. It doesn't matter, right? You just might as well invite her. Every week we do different themes and different stuff. So she might not have been interested in whatever it was last week, but she might be interested this week. So it is great. So who doesn't need a beauty break? So we're all doing beauty breaks tomorrow night. So get your people plugged into that, you know, and have you made your list? And I know you've been given this challenge at least once this month, if not a couple of times, but have you really made a list of 20 to 30 women that you know that you would want to work with or that you want to share this opportunity with? And if you have, I know, you know, we might have shared with a couple, you know, maybe 5 or 10, but really, have you made your list of 20 to 30 women you want to share this opportunity with? And send that text message out to them and follow up with them and get them listening to Summer's marketing plan and follow it up with your sales director. You know, y'all, women are looking for something right now, and our lives are changing on a daily basis. So even if she might have said no, she won't watch it last week, she might watch it this week. Or she might have said no to watching a Facebook Live 2 weeks ago, but she might say yes now because her situation has changed. So sharing this opportunity with as many women as you can on a weekly basis is so important because God has got this business going and we're still going for a reason, to give women hope and give them a culture of love and an opportunity to make some money. So have you really made your list of 20 to 30 women that you want to share this opportunity with? Send them that script that we've all sent out. And if you need it, text your director. Okay. And it's okay to text her again. It's totally fine. If you have it, that's great. If you need it, just text her. and we'll send it to you, and send it out and then follow up. Have you watched this video yet? So my director can touch base with you and we can get you entered into a $500 cash drawing, right? So exciting. And then the last idea I wanted to share with you is you can always do, if you need some sales, you can do some sort of a 24, 24, 24 challenge. You know, you have a goal to sell $24 worth of product to 24 people in 24 hours. Or there's a, you can sell 24 charcoal masks to 24 people in 24 hours, right? And so choosing something like that, you know, you can sell a certain number of Mother's Day gifts, or a certain number of satin hands for Mother's Day, or picking one product, you know, figuring out how far you are away from your goal. So if you are, let's say you're $300 wholesale away from your goal, that's $600 in sales, right? So let's say you decide that you want to sell, offer up the satin hand sets. That's a 30, is that 36 or 35? 36, I think. Okay, so that's 16, 36, thank you. That's 16 satin hand sets. So putting it out there, y'all, I am 16 satin hand sets away from my goal, and then you're gonna make $300 too, which is really fun. So really running with something like that, like figure out what your goal is, and then break it down. Is your goal to move up the career path or get sales or both? And figure out one of these ideas that will help you get to that goal. And if you need help, touch base with your sales director, because we are here to help you. And I know Chrissy's got some great ideas too. So I'm going to pass it on over to her.
Okay. So very good, Amy. So a lot of some of the things that I was going to talk about kind of goes in line with Amy, and she didn't even know what I was going to talk about. So this is like perfect. Okay. But before I give you the final thing, and I'm going to talk to you on how you can earn the power training with Pat. Okay, because we want each and every one of you ladies to be on that, because y'all, like Amy said, she's the third most successful woman in Mary Kay. And, you know, if Mary Kay would have had the commission, they changed the commission structure the year she retired. And if she would have been in Mary Kay the way the commission is now, she would be the most successful across the board, like times 10. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself and being able to be in that space. But in order to be able to be in that space and to be able to hit any goal that you have set for yourself, it's all about the power of a decision. Are you going to decide that you will win? Because that is number one. If you don't already have it made up in your head that you are going to win and that you are a winner, then what do you have to go for, right? Because honestly, if you do not have confidence in privacy, like in your head, or telling that to yourself, you won't have the power in public. You won't have the confidence to tell people what your goal is, right? And if God gave you a vision, he's going to give you the provision to be able to do those things, okay? And so you just have to have that decision, write it down, say that that's what you're going to do. And just as simple, like Nike said, just do it. Okay. I think sometimes we can make things just a little complicated, and maybe that's from, you know, how we are as women, but it is just as simple. Okay. So again, decide where you're going to win. And for you, your win may be earning the time with Pat, or your win may be earning your B for the very first time, or your win may be booking your first 2 virtual appointments, or your win may be selling 10 products between now and Friday or Thursday, whenever the end of the month is, guys. But I want you to text no, this is what I want you to do, because I'm gonna give another prize. And Joanne, I just saw your message today, so I'll mail your earrings tomorrow. Okay, so you're welcome. So what I want you to do, I want you to write on a piece of paper your goal that you are hitting by Thursday. And then I want you to post it on the Greensboro Girls Night Out group, and everybody that does that will get entered into winning some fabulous prize that I have upstairs. I don't know. Okay, but it's going to be fabulous, I promise. Okay, so because the reason why I want you to do that is because if your goal is not written down, you don't know what to write for. That's all with that power of making a decision. You decided in your head, but now you have to put it on paper. Now you have to map out a plan in order to get there. And y'all, that is so simple. So I want to see that Greensboro Girls Night Out group blowing up. And if you are new and not a part of that group, get with your Mary Kay sales director and she can get you added. Okay, so what are we going to do? What's the first thing we're going to do? We're going to decide where we're going to win, right? and then we're going to take steps to get there. All right. So this is how you're going to break down Pat's challenge. Okay. So her challenge from the 17th through the 31st is to have 400 wholesale. Number one, do you know how much you need to get there? Leslie just typed, she needs $41.50, and she's on that call. Do you know? Just like every single Tuesday, guys, we ask you about the recognition, same thing every Tuesday. Do you know how many bookings you had? Do you know how many times you shared? Do you know how much you sold? Guys, all of those things are important to track because the track number grows, okay? So, do you know how far you are? See you later, Suzanne. Do you know how far you are? All right, that's number one. Number two, so let's say so the goal is 400 wholesale cumulative between the 17th and the 31st and one new team member. All right, so for the one new team member, there's several different ways that you can get plugged in, just like Amy said. So to piggyback on Amy, make a list of those people, of those sugar sharp women, of the women that you want to do life with, and share a script. Get it from your director, okay? Like, if literally you only need one team member, so 5 to 10, ask 5 to 10 women. I would say ask 20, like Amy said, because, you know, the more team members you get, the higher commission you get. Like, hello, who in here decided to do Mary Kay for money? Right? Don't forget, we get paid. That's the second way we get paid is through team building, right? And so, but if you're only looking to add your first team member or just one, or if you could just say, oh, I just want to get one that would like rock my socks and make my day, then share with 5 to 10 women, share with 10 women, because 5 women are going to say yes. And if you have them follow up with your director and they pick the phone up, so please coach them to say, my director's going to, you know, call you or put us in a group and let her know she's going to get entered into a $500 cash, up to $500 cash, right? And then out of those 5, hopefully we'll be able to recruit 1 to 2 for you. But it's not going to be people like, okay, I just want to get 10, so I'm just going to get my neighbor to do it. And, you know, I know she ain't going to do Mary Kay, but you know, at least I asked 10. No, it's going to be the people that you want to work, people that you think would be great at this business. Like, yeah, we want to build your team. Okay. So if you ask 5 to 10 women, well, 10 women, guys, hopefully you'll get 1 to 2 team members. All right. And then get them plugged in. Amy's group is doing a party tomorrow. If you're in Amy's group, I challenge you, get 5 to 10 people on that group. She's going to share the marketing. So she's going to do the work for you. And if you're in Rachel or myself's group, then you are going to plug into Summers. Okay. And she's going to do marketing and she's going to do the work for you. I mean, I wish I had a job where somebody did the work for me, right? So we want to help you, you know, progress in this business, but are you plugging in, guys? And you are, because you're here, right? So like preaching to the choir, but are you plugging in outside of this, all right? So make sure that you do that. And then, honestly, guys, ask him with passion. If you know you have like a bomb friend that is like A1, whatever, and you want her to be on your team, be like, girl, listen, I just asked you to listen with an open heart and an open mind. And I know you may not ever dream about doing Mary Kay, but I want you on my team. And here's why. I think that you are blah, 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 blah. Okay? And I think you'll be great at this business because blah, 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 blah. And sometimes when we're just straightforward, I want you on my team. Sometimes when you ask with passion and you ask a little different, you'll get different results. Don't you think? You will definitely get different results. Okay. All right. So then if you have $0 in, towards your 400, I'm going to give you 2 things that you can do. Okay. I did the math for it and all. All right. So first thing, y'all, we have the healthcare heroes that, you know, that project has been so awesome. Because somebody may not need mascara or want Mary Kay or whatever, but they will be willing to donate to get hand creams. Okay. So what you want to do, if you sell 20 donations, you get 20 donations of $14. Okay. 20 donations of $14, you are going to collect $285. Okay. So when you do that, you are going to order 38 hand creams, right? Because when we do things like this, you don't get profit. So you're going to order 38. And the reason why we say 38, because we have to pay for tax, shipping, and then ProPay is going to take a little bit of money. okay? So if you order 38 hand creams, if you get 20 donations of $14, you're gonna have enough to order 38 hand creams, guys. That's gonna give you a wholesale production of $228. So what happens when you have a wholesale production of $228? You get your 50% discount for another 3 months. Hello, you get to extend that, which is exciting, okay? And so 20 donations of $14 for hand cream. Guys, you know, Adrienne in our unit, she decided to do that hand cream challenge. Y'all, in a day and a half, she got 20 sponsors like that. Like that. Got her back active. Boom. She got her team member in. Boom. Senior consultant. She's one active team member away from Red Jacket. Because she has a goal and a vision to be a Red. And so she did whatever it took to help her get back active. And then guys, like you can go from there, right? So $228 wholesale when you order 38 hand creams. So you're asking again for 20 donations. Each donation is $14, okay? Now you can do what Amy said to get the rest of the 400. You can do the 24, 24, 24 with charcoal, you know, with the charcoal mask, or you can focus on one item, or you can just sell $24 to 24 people in 24 hours or whatever. But if you at least sell 24 items at $15, let's just say on the lower end, okay? Because somebody might not have $25 to buy a charcoal mask. I don't know. Let's just say on the lower end. So a mascara, lip gloss, you can focus on one item, or you can just say, I'm doing a countdown. I'm 25 items away for my goal by the end of the month. Because people love countdowns, y'all, and you know people want to help you. But when we don't ask, you won't get help, right? So, and people want to help you grow, okay? And so if you sell 24 $15 items and order it, and you're gonna make profit off your $15 items, guys, okay? So if you sell 24 $15 items and your 20 hand creams, that's gonna give you what you need to take care of that wholesale with Pat, okay? And then you ask your 10 people to listen or plug into your weekly to tomorrow's Facebook Lives. And then doing some outside, guys. But if you make it a habit to interview 2 people a day, then it becomes so much easier. You know, if you make it a habit to have a goal to sell $100 a day, guys, that's $1,500 in your pocket every single month. With $1,500 in the system. And when you do $1,500, you can go on target for the national quarter sales. But you gotta do a little bit more, but you know. But like get into that habit of every day, sell $100 a day, have a grand day and interview 2 people. Why not, right? So for these next 3 days, is everybody clear on what they want to do? If you wanna run with the donations, if you wanna do the 24 charcoal mask or 24 items, like just pick something. And we all gave you some great ideas, but just run with that 1 or 2 things, okay? That's gonna make you be confident, all right? So any questions about that? Does anybody have any questions? And we'll put the scripts. Leslie, if you could put your hand cream script in the Greensboro Girls Not Out group for us, because her script is awesome, okay? Any other questions?
I think we're good, right? Awesome. Well, y'all, thank you so much for being on here tonight. We are so excited, but seriously, you know, y'all just run with your goals and just know what God has put in your heart for this week. And he put this goal at the beginning of the month on your heart for a reason, knowing that all this was going to happen. And he will put the people and the opportunities in your path when we're willing to just go and do the work. And my inspiration for the day is very simple. Pray like it's up to him, but do the work like it's up to you, because that's really at the end of the day what it's all about. And walking in the path that God puts us on is always uncomfortable, but it's in those uncomfortable areas that great things happen. And so we love you all. We are excited to see your beautiful faces. We miss you so much and cannot wait until we get to hug your necks again. But in the meantime, we're giving you virtual hugs through the screen, and we are cheering you on. We're here for you. We're all doing this together. We're all learning new stuff together. It's different every single day. Some things work, some things don't. It's okay. We're doing it together. So do not hesitate to reach out to your sales director if you are need anything. We are here for you, and we're running this race with you, and we're all doing it together. So we love you. We'll see you next week. But more importantly, we'll see you on the next events for this that are coming up in your unit for this week. So love you all. Have a great night.
One last thing, if you want clamshells, I put all my information and I'll post it again on the Greensboro Girls Night Out group. I need your money by tonight. If you do not pay me tonight, I will not order them. I am ordering them first thing in the morning. Okay. So anyway, y'all rock out these last 3 days. Bye.
Bye.